crit! Don't shoot him down, I critted him. Good morning everybody and welcome back to another Warfinder video. I'm back. And today I did mention something about doing a review for the AMX-30, which is what we're going to be looking at today. Before I begin though, this is going to be my most likely is going to be my last video until maybe Friday, because I am working Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday. Not 9 to 5, but I'm working nonetheless. And you know, I need to go to sleep earlier and all this sort of thing, so this is probably going to be my last video, and therefore I'm going to try and make this the best video I've uploaded for a while. So anyway, let's begin, shall we, by looking at the stat sheet. So the AMX-30 1972 model is a rank 5 battle rating 7.7 with a 105 CN 105 F1 cannon with 50 shots, a 20mm M693 automatic cannon with 1000 rounds, and a 7.62mm AAN F1 machine gun, so basically a French 30 caliber machine gun. The turret rotation speed on my current modification, which we'll look at in a minute, is 21.8 degrees per second, minus 8 degrees of gun depression with 20 degrees of elevation, a reload rate of 9.2 seconds. The hull armour we'll look at in a minute, a mass of 36 tons with a 619 horsepower engine at 2400 RPM, a max speed of 65 kilometers an hour, which is difficult to reach if I'm honest, a maximum inclination of 29 degrees, and a visibility of 131%. Max repair costs, as you can see, that's obviously due to my upgrades, and the vehicle research efficiency you can see down there. So let's look at the modifications. Let's start with the shells. Well, that's why we're here really. The heat shell is one of my two complaints about this tank, and it's not really a major complaint. I mean, anybody who's used to using APCR will be all too familiar with this, but these two complaints are things that have almost made me dislike this tank. Yet, the more I play it, the more I seem to like it, and the better I seem to learn how to play it. So, the heat round has 360mm of pen at all ranges at a 90-degree angle, so a flat angle, and 179 at a 30-degree angle, which sounds decent, and it comes with a decent explosive mass of the TNT equivalent of just over a kilo, which is pretty good. A really low fuse sensitivity because it's heat. The issue is it lacks post-penetration effects. It's almost like firing, like I said, APCR. It penetrates and there's almost a direct line, which would be the copper jet from the shell, penetrating the armour, and it only seems to take out whatever's in a line. It doesn't explode once it penetrates because it is just a jet of superheated copper. But I would be fine with this if it were, you know, you could just hit an ammo rack and count on the tank detonating, but that's not always the case. We'll see a match, well, the match that I have for the review. There's a scene when you will see the Leopard 1 on the main road that I'm shooting at, and you'll see exactly what I mean when it gets to that point, so watch out for that. HE shell, pretty much useless. I don't carry any of these. The heat round, because it is high explosive, does just as good as a job of taking out anti-aircraft vehicles than the HE shell would, and you get the 20mm autocannon as well, so I don't see the point in taking both. Smoke shell is the only upgraded shell you get. You get both the heat and the HE shell standard, which is nice. The 20mm, you can't change the belts, but it has 44mm of pen at really close range, or 42 at 100 meters at a flat angle. I've killed an Object 906 and a BMP-1 with this gun from the side, so take that how you will. Now let's look at the juicy bit. Well, not so juicy bit. The armour. I actually haven't looked at this yet, so this is going to be a first for me as well. Let's see. So, the lower part of the upper plate, if that makes any sense at all, is 79 millimeters thick, but at an angle of 69 degrees, you're looking at 183 millimeters of thickness. The topper half, well, the top part is 50 millimeters thick, with the rough estimated thickness of 180. Lower plate, 79 millimeters thick, estimated thickness 126, 125, somewhere around there. Front of the turret is layered. Well, not layered, it's made up of different pieces of armour. So the gun mantlet is 80 millimeters thick. Just to the right of the gun mantlet, 50, 60, and then as we get to the turret, 41, and the outer section is 41. But obviously at this sort of angle, if you were to shoot at that, it's more or less damn near likely to bounce. Commander's hatch, 60. Very top of the turret, 30 millimeters of armour. But obviously the angling is what makes this tank rather special, despite the low armour. Side of the hull, 35, 30, 25. Side of the turret is once again made up of sections, so 41 and a half, 41 and a half, 41 and a half, 41 and a half. Rear of the turret is very rounded, at 30 millimeters though. Top of the turret, 20 millimeters. Rear of the cupola, 60 all the way around. Rear of the engine deck, well, yeah, the back of the tank, 30 millimeters. 30 millimeters, 25. Top of the engine deck is 15 millimeters thick, so anything with 50 cals with ground belts or 20 millimeters or anything like that is going to penetrate straight through your straight through the top of your engine deck, and quite likely penetrate the top of your turret as well, if they get lucky. So the interior is laid out very similar to Russian tanks or the German tanks equivalent, the difference being that in this tank most of the ammo is stored in the back of the turret. There is a fuel tank and an ammo rack beside the driver, who is sat on the right hand side of the tank. The loader is sat on the left, the commander is sat in the cupola obviously, and the gunner is sat to the right. Cannon breech is in the centre with the optics as well. I've taken a surprising amount of rounds through the front of the mantlet in this thing, and all they seem to do is take out the gunner or the breech and the gun barrel itself. I don't know why shots that really should be a one-shot kill don't seem to kill me straight away in this tank, which is interesting. Transmission and the engine, etc., is all in the rear, which is basically what we'd expect, with fuel tanks surrounding the turret. And just out of the crew compartment, before you get to the engine, you have fuel tanks in there as well. So, that's about it for the armour wise. I have bounced 2 rounds. I've bounced shots from Leopards if I'm hull down behind a hill, poking up and using my 8mm of gun depression, 8 degrees I should say. 8mm or 8 degrees, whatever. To poke up over the ridgeline and shoot down at a tank over on the other side. I've taken bounces from tanks, like the Leopard 1 with its Sabo? Yeah. With its Sabo shell hitting me at the top of the turret and bouncing off. And the Object 120 hit me twice in the top of the turret and bounced off. And that's the tank with the highest velocity shell in the game. Or at least the second highest, because I think the AMX-30 B2 now has the highest. I'm not sure, but I think that's right. So with that, keep an eye out for the Leopard part in the video, because that demonstrates the shell issue that I was on about. So I hope you enjoy the video, and thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next War Thunder video. Please like, share and subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers. Right everybody, welcome to the gameplay section of the video. As I finished recording the garage section, I realised something. I didn't tell you what my second issue with this tank was, and because this is a live game, I thought I'd record over this bit and tell you now. So, the engine seems to have not enough torque. I wouldn't really count this as a big enough issue as the heat round, because the heat round you're stuck with, basically. It's what you get regardless of upgrades, but the engine has the opportunity to be better as a result of upgrades. So I've left it basically unmentioned, but I thought it was worth putting this in anyway. The engine, for example, you'll be sat on a hill and you try to pull off, and if it's over a certain, you know, it doesn't even have to be a massive hill. Like, I'm not expecting to move the world here, but, and the tank will go forward maybe a foot and then roll back. The engine hasn't got enough torque to pull itself up the hill, despite having 620 horsepower almost. So, anyway, I hope you guys enjoy the video, and yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all on the next one. Cheers!
It's a bit of a shame that one of the D-Day military museums closed down to the lack of tourism during the big emergency problem they had with all the, like, the bombs and shit.
Not really.
Yeah. They auctioned off everything, the tanks, everything they had.
How are we supposed to kill anything from in here?
You wait, and then when they're not paying attention, you go BANG! You shoot them. I've killed a few people from in here, actually.
Like a praying mantis.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, what you do is, if they're ahead of me, you skirt up those stairways, up those stairs that you're at sideways, and you shoot them. That are head on where I'm looking.
So roll me inside me roll.
Or you just sit down the tunnel and keep yourself hidden as much as you can. You wait for the fuckers to roll over you, and then you just go up behind them. Or you do that.
I'm just pushing out by this building. Chill.
It's fine. Oh,
Something
shit.
over to my left somewhere, but I don't know exactly where it is or what it is.
Shit, I missed. Did I hit the post?
What were you shooting at?
Just seen two tanks go past that way. Just knocked over a water tower. They're coming. They're coming towards us. They're coming towards you. Just watch yourself. They're on the hill above you as well.
Well, this is gonna get fucking fun, isn't it?
I've got eyes around that corner of that building that comes towards you. So I'm watching straight to your 12-year hull.
Alright then, if you're watching that way, I'm gonna go down here and cover the left side of the building.
Yeah.
Attention to the map!
Yeah, they're up on this rock, up in, here.
Attention to the map!
Yeah, yeah.
Can't do none, so I can't see them.
Neither can I. I can see the muzzle flashes, but I can't see them. Is there a way of me getting up there from this end?
No.
Are
They're
you
on their
certain?
way. Yeah.
So is it possible that I could flank around underneath the rocks
You
so they
can go
wouldn't see me?
under him, and he may not see you.
Oh, I don't
But
know.
it'll be risky. Fuck it, I'll do it. I know how to do this. I've done it before.
Well, do you want me to come with you, and then that way if one of us fucks up, the other one can...
It's fine. Don't worry about it. I don't mind sacrificing myself. Doesn't help that I'm not upgraded either.
Designated grid square.
Eyes hold. He's looking at you. Loader horizontal. Go for him. Gunner track. Good shot. I'm reversing to get out the crossfire.
Through the goddamn commander's hatch, mate.
Watch your left, watch your or right, I mean. They're shooting from their spawn road. Cannon breached. It's a Leo.
You got him?
No, he's backed off. He's got a friend though, M47 KPZ variant. Whatever. Just been tracked. Can't move. It's not moving. Bitch,
my-
fuck off shooting me at my trap.
Oh my god, this shell. Come on, reload, please. Oh, what? Thank you. That was
Cool, I'm
close.
stuck here. He's breaking my left track. Shooting me through the fucking building like a faggot.
Alright, tank's back up. I'm going right side.
Oh, cool. Shot me straight through the corner of the building. Broke my barrel and my breech through the
Where
building.
is he?
Through a solid spawn. Sitting down the fucking 10 line. It's like down this line and spawn. And these rocks somewhere. There's two of them. Going back to get parts.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking dumb game. He shot me straight through the building. It said it was a shot from my right, and I looked right, nothing. Shot me through the corner of the building at A. Or not A, B, or I don't know. There's a Leo and an MK47, premium little fuck.
Where? In that area?
Yeah, in that area. Oh cool, I just shot my safety and just killed my, I shot my 20 mil, just killed me, nearly.
Well, I suppose that's
Bro.
the 20 mil is a cannon. It can overheat and shit, can't it?
Yeah, just exploded. It's a rare. There's still a Leo and another MK down there.
Trying to watch my ass as well. By the way, if this video does end up on YouTube, I apologise for the sound, but there's not really a lot I can do about that.
What's wrong with sound?
It's not that, it's because the TV is a little bit louder than it normally is, so it might be echoing. But like I
I'm
said...
sorry for my foul language if you ever hear that.
See, he apologised.
I am a lippy little one.
Indeed. I'm actually annoyed that my 20mm did not penetrate that Leo then, to be honest. I was sat on that road tracked.
That's what she said. Trying to make it back to you now.
Oh no 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 fuck. You've got to be fucking kidding me. Oh well.